This morning, our studio engineer, Howard, he said, he was waiting to see what happened to Donald Trump with the bond. And I said, you know what? I don't hold much hope that he's going to have to pay it. And, because, who the wealthy kind of look out for each other. I want to play that, and then we'll take it on the other side.
I'm anxiously awaiting the Donald Trump bond thing today. This should be very interesting what happens. I mean, is somebody going to ride in like the cavalry and throw down $454 million to save the Donald? I don't think so.
I think he's going to be saved. I'm sorry. The guy is going to be, I think rich people are going to come to the rescue because even as bad as Trump is, what they see in him is they don't want this is my opinion only, folks. I don't think they ever want to see a super rich person that is in the top X% of us to have a problem because they look in the mirror and say, oh, suppose the masses come for me. We can't set that precedent. That's my thought, but. And lo and behold, guess what happens? This happens.
I'm being told right now that that bond, that $500 million bond that had been set and that the former president had to deal with today, has now been reduced to $175 million. So that $465 million plus bond that he was looking at has now been reduced. As of right now, we're getting this breaking news. This appeals court allowing the former president to post a smaller bond of $175 million within 10 days.
Jose, it tells me something that you and I have talked about before, and that is the playbook is different for former President Trump. We were literally talking about this the last time you and I discussed this case. I expect for them to do something for him that's different than what you see for everybody else when they go to court. So here, he's given more time to pay less money. That's what it comes down to.
And Tristan, so what does that process look like in the courtroom?
Do we even need to ask? I mean, honestly, this is so infuriating. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know if I care what the process is that these judges are arriving at. Whatever it is, it's flawed. I can tell you that much. I mean, David put it well. This is a different process for this person. We have decided that he gets his own private court of justice. He has a private plane. He has private clubs that he lives in. Apparently, he basically fashioned himself his own private militia to try to take over the Capitol. Now he's getting his own private system of justice. This is an absolute travesty. It would not happen for anybody else. Anybody else, it would be like, sorry, buddy, you lost, pay up. For him, he gets his own set of rules.
I can't blame David Henderson. I can't blame the other guy that spoke. There are two justice systems in this country. And some people get over and over and over breaks and privilege and privilege. Eddie Glaude said it best. I want you to listen to this.
I think it's so clear to me that the failure to hold Donald Trump accountable over the course of his life has led this man to be able to think that he can act with impunity, that he can act without being held responsible for anything. The idea that Paul Manafort, given what Andrew just laid out, can re-enter politics boggles my mind. And to be honest with you, and I know this may sound a bit, obsessive on my part, damn, white men get breaks, man.
Please.
But could you imagine anybody else being able to do this? Whether it's Trump or Manafort or whomever? It just blows my mind, Mike.
Yes, it is obvious. There are two justice systems in this country. One hopes that someday it will be really a blind justice.
We
spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.